My name is Angela Forrest. I am the director of this evening's production of Wichita Shakespeare Company's Love's Labor's Lost. I'm going to give you 3 topics in this speech, and then I'm going to let my cast carry the rest of the night. First things first, Wichita Shakespeare Company is a non-profit 501c3, which means that all of the actors, all of the folks that work on costumes, people who are taking videos, all volunteers. We operate through the generosity of audience. So we have a table over there that most of you bypassed. I had a 50-50 shot on which side y'all were coming in, and I picked wrong. So I set the table up over there. On that table, we have a nice bust of Shakespeare with a hole right below his nose. What I am asking is, if you enjoyed this evening's production and you want to see Wichita Shakespeare Company do more stuff like this, consider donating. Put a couple bucks in that box. We've got a QR code if you don't carry cash and you're feeling generous. But also, if you hated the show and you never want to see us do this again, we will take bribe money to not be in the park anymore. So whichever way you land on tonight's production, we would appreciate any donations towards Wichita Shakespeare Company. Now, second point of this show. This is Shakespeare's Love's Labor's Lost. It's set in France and Spain, and it's historical. It is known as having the longest scene in a Shakespeare play, the longest speech in a Shakespeare play, which was like 4.5 pages long. We cut both of those for time. But it has the longest word uttered in a Shakespeare play. And once you start watching the show, you're never going to guess which of these characters has to say it. Now, the third point, which is how we've staged the production tonight. So Love's Labor's Lost is a story about 4 guys who swear off women in the hopes of maintaining their academic success. They're going to forego eating, they're going to forego sleeping, they're going to forego ladies so that they can be the smartest guys. Until 4 ladies show up in their vicinity, and then they quickly change their tune. We have set this production on an 80s college campus because where else are you going to find 4 dudes who swear off women for academia and then not more than 12 hours later changes their mind? Plus, we didn't want to have cell phones because that would just defeat the whole purpose of the play. So, this play will run about 1 hour and 45 minutes, so we should be done before the sun starts to set and the mosquitoes get too terribly bad. But feel free to get up and walk around if you're feeling a little antsy. Come back and enjoy tonight's production of Love's Labor's Lost.
Woo! Yeah! Angela! Woo! Let fame, let all hunt after in their lives, live registered upon our brazen tombs, and then grace us in the disgrace of death and make us heirs of all eternity. Therefore, brave conquerors, for so you are, that war against your own affections and the huge army of the world's desires, our late edict shall strongly stand in force. You 3, Biron, Dumain, and Longaville, have sworn for 3 years' term to live with me, my fellow scholars, and to keep those statutes that are recorded in this schedule here. If you are armed to do as sworn to do, subscribe to your deep oaths and keep it too.
I am resolved. 'Tis but a 3 years' fast. The mind shall banquet, though the body pine. Fat paunches have lean pates, and dainty bits make rich the ribs, but bankrupt quite the wits.
My loving lord Dumain is mortified. The grosser manner of these world's delights he throws upon the gross world's baser slaves. To love, to wealth, to pomp, I pine and die with all these living in philosophy.
I can but say, their protestation over, so much, dear liege, have I already swore, that is to live and study here for 3 years' time. But there are other strict observances, as to see no woman in that term, which I hope well is not enrolled there, and 1 day in a week to touch no food. And then to sleep but 3 hours in the night and not be seen to wink of all the day. Oh, these are barren tasks, too hard to keep. Not to see ladies, study, fast, not sleep?
Your oath is to pass away from these.
What may I say? No, my liege, and if you please. I only swore to study with your grace, and stay in your court for 3 years' space.
You swore to that, Biron, and the rest.
By yea and nay, sir, then I swore in jest. What is the end of study, let me know?
Why, that to know which else we should not know.
Oh, come on, then. I will swear to study so, to know the thing I am forbid to know. If studies gain me thus, and this be so, swear me to this, and I'll ne'er say no.
These be the stops that hinder study quite, and train our intellects to vain delights.
Why, all delights are vain, but that most vain which pain purchased doth inherit pain. Study I how to please the eye, indeed, by fixing it upon a fairer eye, who, dazzling so that I would be as he'd, give him light that it was blinded by. Study is like heaven's glorious sun, that would not be deep searched with saucy looks. Small have continual plotters ever one, save base authority in others' books.
How well he's read to reason against reading.
Proceeded well to stop all good proceeding.
He weeds the corn and still lets grow the weeding.
The spring is near when green geese are a-breeding.
How follows that?
Biron is like an envious sneaping frost that bites the firstborn infants of the spring.
So say I am. Why should proud summer boast before the birds have any cause to sing? At Christmas I no more desire a rose, but like of each thing in that season grows.
Sit you out. Go home, Biron. Adieu.
No, my good lord, oh no! I have sworn to stay with you, and though I have for barbarism spoke more than that angel knowledge you can say, yet confident I will keep what I have sworn, and bide the penance of each 3 years' day. Give me the paper, let me read the same, and to the strictest decrees I will write my name.
How well this yielding rescues thee from shame.
Oh. Item, that no woman shall come within a mile of my court. Had this been proclaimed?
4 days ago.
Let's see the penalty. On pain of losing her tongue, who devised this penalty?
Marry that, did I.
Sweet lord, and why?
To fright them hence with that dread penalty.
Dangerous law against gentility. Item, if any man be seen to talk with a woman within the term of 3 years, he shall endure such public shame as the rest of the court can possibly devise. Why, this article, my liege, yourself must break. For well you know there comes in embassy a wise man's daughter with yourself to speak. A maid of grace and complete majesty, upon the joining up of Aquitaine to her sick, decrepit, bedrid father. Therefore, this article is made in vain, or else vainly comes the admired princess hither.
What say you, lords? Why, this was quite forgot. We must of force dispense with this decree. She must lie here on mere necessity.
Necessity will make us all forsworn 3,000 times in 3 years' space. So, to the laws at large, I will write my name, and he that breaks them in the least degree stands in attainder of eternal shame. Suggestions are to others as to me, but I believe, although I seem so loath, I am last that will last keep his oath.
Yeah, right.
But is there no quick recreation granted?
Aye, that there is. Our court, you know, is haunted with the refined traveler of Spain, a man with all the world's new fashion planted, that hath a mint of phrases in his brain, one whom the music of his own vain tongue doth ravish like enchanting harmonies, a man of compliments whom right and wrong have chose as umpire of their mutiny. This child of fancy that Armado hight, for interim to our studies shall relate in high-born words the worth of many a knight from tawny Spain lost in the world's debate. How you delight, my lords, I know not I, but I protest, I love to hear him lie.
This Armado is an illustrious wight, a man of fire new words, fashion's own knight.
Go start the swain and he shall be our sport. And so, to study, 3 years is but short.
Aye, which is the Duke's own person?
This man! What wouldst?
Signor Armado commends you. There's villainy abroad. This letter will tell you more.
Sir! Sir, the contempts thereof are as touching me.
Ah, a letter from the magnificent Armado.
How low soever the matter, I hope in God for high words.
A high hope for a low heaven. God grant us patience.
To hear or forbear laughing?
To hear meekly, sir, and to laugh moderately. Or to forbear both.
The matter is to me, sir, as concerning Jaquinetta. The manner of it is, I was taken with the manner.
In what manner?
In manner and form following, sir, all those three. I was seen with her inside the manor house, sitting with her upon the form, and taken, following her into the park. All those three put together, manner, form, following. And for the manner, it is the manner of a man to speak to a woman. And for the form, in some form.
Will you hear this letter with attention?
As we would hear an oracle.
Great deputy, the sole dominator of Navarre, my soul's earth's god and body's fostering patron.
No word of Coast Guard yet.
So it is.
If it be so, if he say it is so, he is in telling true, but so.
Yes. So it is, besieged with sable-colored melancholy, I did commend the black oppressing humor to the most wholesome physic of thy health-giving air. And, as I am a gentleman, betook myself to walk the time when. About the 6th hour, when beasts most graze, birds best peck, and men sit down to that nourishment which is called supper. So much for the time when. Now for the ground which I mean, I walked upon. It is Eclipside Park. Then for the place where I mean, I did encounter that obscene and preposterous event that draweth from my snow-white pen the ebon-colored ink which here thou viewest, beholdest, surveyest, or seest. But to the place where it standeth north-northeast, and by east from the west corner of thy curious knotted garden. There did I see that low-spirited swain, that
Me?
base minnow of thy mirth,
Me?
that unlettered small-knowing soul,
Still me?
which, as I remember, hides co-star.
Oh, me!
Sorted and consorted, contrary to the established proclaimed edicts and continent canon, which here thou viewest, beholdest, surveyest, seest, which with, but with this I passion to say, wherewith,
With a winch!
with the child of our grandmother Eve, a female.
Yeah.
Or, for thy more sweet understanding, a woman.
She was.
Him I, as my ever-esteemed duty pricks me on, have sent to thee to receive the meed of punishment by thy sweet grace's officer, Anthony Dole, a man of good repute, carriage, bearing, and estimation.
Me and it shall please you. I am Anthony Dole.
For Jaquinetta, so is the weaker vessel which I apprehended with the aforesaid swain. I keep her as a vessel of the law's fury, and shall at the least of thy sweet notice bring her to trial. Thine, in all compliments of heart-burning and devoted duty, Don Adriano de Armado.
This is not so well as I looked for, but the best I ever heard!
The best for the worst. But, Sirrah, what say you to this?
Sir, I confess the wench.
Did you hear the proclamation?
I confess much to the hearing of it, little of the marking of it.
It was proclaimed a year's imprisonment to be taken with a wench.
Well, I was taken with none, sir. No, I was taken with a damsel.
Well, it was proclaimed damsel.
Well, it was a damsel neither, sir. No, I was taken with a virgin.
It is so varied, too, for it was proclaimed virgin.
Well, if it was, I deny her virginity. No, I was taken with a maid, sir.
This maid will not serve your turn, sir.
This maid will serve my turn, sir.
Sir, I will pronounce your sentence. You shall fast a week with bran and water.
Well, I would rather pray a month with mutton and porridge.
And Don Armado shall be your keeper.
Oh,
My Lord Biron, see him delivered o'er. And go we, Lord, to put in practice that which to each other hath so strongly sworn.
I lay my head to any good man's hat. These oaths and laws will prove an idle scorn. Sarah, come on.
I suffer for the truth, sir, and true it is. I was taken with Jacquinetta, and Jacquinetta is a true girl. Oh, so therefore, welcome the sour cup of prosperity. Affliction will smile again. But until then, sit thee down, sorrow!
Okay.
Boy, what sign is it when a man of great spirit grows melancholy?
A great sign, sir, that he will look sad.
Why, sadness is one and the self same thing, dear imp.
No! No! Lord, sir, no!
How canst thou part sadness and melancholy?
By a familiar demonstration of the working.
I have promised to study 3 years with the Duke.
You may do it in an hour, sir.
Impossible.
You are judgment and a gamester, sir.
I confess both. They are both the varnish of a complete man. I will hereupon confess I am in love. And as it is base for a soldier to love, so am I in love with the base wench. Methinks I could outswear Cupid. Comfort me, boy. What great men have been in love?
Sir, the Duke's pleasure is that you keep Custard safe. You must suffer him no delight nor no penance, but a must fast. 3 days a week. For this damsel, no, the other one. Yeah, I must keep her here at the park. She is allowed for the day woman. Fare you well.
I do betray myself with blushing. Maid,
Ma'am?
I will visit thee at the lodge.
Ah, that's, hereby.
I know where it is situated.
Oh, Lord, how wise you are.
I will tell thee wonders.
With that face.
I love thee.
So I heard you say.
And so, farewell.
Fair weather after you.
Yikes. Come, Jacquinetta, away.
Villain, thou wilt fast for thy offenses ere thou be pardoned.
Well, sir, I hope that when I do it, I shall do it on a full stomach.
Take away this villain, shut him up. Come, away.
I will not be pent up, sir. I will fast, being loose.
No, sir. Thou art fast and loose. Thou shalt to prison.
Sir, if I ever do see the merry days of desolation that I have seen, some shall see.
What shall some see?
Nay, nothing, Master Moth, but what they look upon.
I do affect the very ground, which is base, where her shoe, which is baser, guided by her foot, which is basest, doth tread. I shall be forsworn, which is a great argument of falsehood if I love. And how can it be true love which is falsely attempted? Love is a familiar. Love is un diablo. There is no evil angel but love. Adios, valor, for your manager is in love. Yea, he loveth. Assist me some extempore god of rhyme, for I am sure I shall turn sonnet. Devise wit, write pen, for I am for whole volumes in folio.
Now, madam, summon up your dearest spirits. Consider who your father sends, to whom he sends, and what's his embassy. Be now as prodigal of all dear grace, as nature was in making gracious dear, when she did starve the general world beside, and prodigally gave them all to you.
Good Lady Boyet, my beauty, though but mean, needs not the painted flourish of your praise. Beauty is bought by judgment of the eye, not uttered by base sale of chapman's tongue. I am less proud to hear you tell my worth than you much willing to be counted wise in spending your wits in the praise of mine. But now to task the tasker. Good Boyet, you are not ignorant. All telling fame doth noise abroad. Navarre hath made a vow. Till painful study outwear 3 years, no woman may enter his silent court. Therefore to seemeth it a needful course. But before we enter his forbidden gates to know his pleasures, and on that behalf, we single you as our best moving fair solicitor. Tell him the daughter of the CEO, craving quick business, importunes personal dispatch with his grace. Haste signifies so much, so we attend like humble-visaged suitors his high will.
Proud of employment, willingly I go.
All pride is willing pride, and yours is so. Who are the votaries, my ladies true, that bow fellows with this virtuous suit?
Lord Longaville is one.
Know you the man?
I know him, madam. Hold this, Katherine. I know him. He well fitted in art, glorious in arms. Nothing ill becomes him well. The only soil of his fair virtue's gloss, if virtue's gloss would stain with any soil, is a sharp wit matched with too blunt a will, whose edge has power to cut, whose will still wills. It should none spare that come within his power.
Some merry mocking lord, the like, is it so?
Oh, they say so. Most his humors know.
Such short-lived wits do wither as they grow. Who are the rest?
The young Dumain, a well-accomplished youth, of all that virtue loved for virtue loved. Most power to do most harm, least knowing ill, for he hath wit to make an ill-shaped good, and shape to win grace, though he had no wit. I saw him at the Duke Alencon's once, and much too little of that good I saw is my report to his great worthiness.
Another of these students was at that time there with them,
If I've heard it true. Byron, they call him. But a merrier man within the limit of becoming mirth I never spent an hour's talk withal. His eye doth beget occasion for his wit, and for every object the one doth catch, the other turns to mirth-moving jest. So sweet and voluble is his discourse.
God bless, ladies, are they all in love?
Here comes Boyet.
Now what's admittance, lady?
Navarre had notice of your fair approach, and he and his competitors in oath were all addressed to meet you, gentlemen.
here's the right name.
We would you, Mary. Thus much I have learnt. He rather means to lodge you in the field than seek a dispensation. Wait, he lets you enter his upheaval house. Yeah, get sleeping bags, ladies.
fair princess. Welcome to the court of Navarre.
Fair, I give you back again, and welcome. I have not met.
Oh, you shall be welcome, madam, to my court.
I will be welcome, then conduct me thither.
Hear me, dear lady, I have sworn an oath.
I hear your grace hath sworn out housekeeping. 'Tis deadly sin to keep that oath, my lord, and sin to break it. But pardon me, to teach a teacher ill beseemeth me. Vouchsafe to read the purpose of my coming, and suddenly resolve me in my suit.
I will, madam, if suddenly I may.
You will the sooner that I were away, for you'll prove perjured if you make me stay.
Did not I dance with you at Brave at one?
Did not I dance with you at Brave at one?
I know you did.
How needless was it to ask the question then?
You must not be so quick.
'Tis long of you that spurs me with such questions.
Oh, your wit's too hot, it speeds too fast. Retire.
Not till it leave its rider in the mire.
What time of day?
The hour that fools should ask.
Now fair befall your man,
Oh, fair fall the face it cover.
and send you many lovers.
Oh, men! So you be none.
Nay, then, I will be gone.
Madam, your father here doth intimate the payment of 100,000 crowns, being but the one half of an entire sum dispersed by my father in his wars. But say that he or we, as neither have, received that sum, yet there remains unpaid 100,000 more, in surety of the which one part of Aquitaine is bound to us. If then the boss, your father, will restore with that one half which is unsatisfied, we will give up our right in Aquitaine and hold fair friendship with his majesty.
You do my father too much wrong, and wrong the reputation of your name, and so unseeming to confess receipt of that which hath so faithfully been paid.
I do protest, I never heard of it. And if you prove it, I'll repay it back.
Boyet, you can produce acquittances for such a sum of special officers.
Satisfy me so.
Oh, so please your grace, the packet has not come. Tomorrow you shall have sight of them.
It shall suffice me, at which interview all liberal reason I will yield unto. Meantime, receive such welcome at my hand as honor without breach of honor may. You may not come, fair princess, within my gates, but here without you shall be so received, as you shall deem yourself lodged in my heart. Tomorrow shall we visit you again.
Sweet health and fair desires consort your grace.
Thy own wish I thee in every place.
Every place.
Lady, I commend you to mine own heart.
I pray you, do your commendations. I should be glad to see it.
I would you heareth groan.
Is the fool sick?
Sick at the heart.
Alack, let it blood.
Would that do it good?
My physic, says I.
Well, thou pricked with your eye.
No point. With my knife.
Well, then God save thy life.
And yours from long living.
I cannot stay Thanksgiving.
Lady, I pray you a word.
Okay.
Which lady is that same?
The Arabella calling. Katherine for now.
Gallant lady, madam, fare you well.
I beseech you, a word. What is she in the white?
Oh, a woman sometimes, and you saw her in the light.
Chance light in the light. I desire her name.
Oh, she hath but one for herself. To desire that were shame.
Pray you, madam, whose daughter?
Ah, her mother's, I have heard.
God's blessing on your beard.
Good sir, be not offended. She is an heir of Falconbridge.
Nay, my choler is ended. She is a most sweet lady.
Oh, not unlike, sir, that may be.
What is her name in the cap?
Rosaline, by good hap.
Is she wedded or no?
To her will, sir, or so.
You are welcome, madam. Adieu.
Not farewell to me, sir, and welcome to you.
That last one is Biron, the merry madcap lord. Not a word with him but a jest.
And every jest but a word.
It was well done of you to take him at his word.
If my observation, which very seldom lies, by the heart still rhetoric disclosed with eyes deceive me not now, Navarre is infected.
With what?
That which we lovers entitle affected.
Your reason?
Why, all his behaviors did make their attire to the court of his eyes, heaping thorough desire. His heart like an agate, with your print impressed, proud with his form, and his eye pride expressed. His tongue, all impatient to speak and not see, did stumble in haste in his eyesight to be. All senses to that sense did make their repair, to feel only looking on fairest of fair. Oh, methought all his senses were locked in his eye, as jewels and crystal for some prince to buy, who tendering their own worth from where they were glassed, did point you to buy them along as you passed. His face's own margin did quote such amazes, well, that all eyes saw his eyes enchanted with gazes. I'll give you Aquitaine and all that is his, and you give him, for my sake, but one loving kiss.
Okay, come to our pavilion. Boyet is disposed.
But to speak that in words which his eye hath disclosed, I have only made a mouth of his eye by adding a tongue, which I know will not love.
Go, tenderness of years. Take this key, give enlargement to the swain. Bring him festinately hither. I must employ him in a letter to my love.
A message was sympathized. A horse to be ambassador. For an ass.
What sayest thou?
Marry, sir, you must send the ass upon the horse, for he is very slow-gated. But I go.
The way is but short, the way.
As swift as lead, sir. A wonder, master. Here is a custard broken in a shin.
But tell me, how is that a custard broken in a shin?
I will tell you sensibly. Thou hast no feeling of it, Moth. I, co-starred, running out, while safely within, I fell over the threshold. I broke my shin.
We will talk no more of this matter. Sir co-starred, I will enfranchise thee.
Huh? Oh! Marry me to one franchise?
Oh, by my sweet soul, I mean setting thee at liberty, in freedoming thy person. Thou wert immured, restrained, captivated, bound.
True, true. And now you will be my purgation and let me loose.
I give thee thy liberty, set thee from durance, and impose on thee nothing but this. Bear this significant to the country-made Aquanetta. There is remuneration. For the best word of mine honor is rewarding my dependents. Moth, follow.
Like the sequel, I, Senor Co-starred, adieu.
Oh, my good name co-starred, exceedingly well met.
Pray you, sir, how much carnation ribbon can a man buy for a remuneration?
What is a remuneration?
Well, marry, sir, a halfpenny farthing.
Why, 3 farthing, worth still.
Oh, well, I thank your worship. God be with you.
Stay, swain, I must employ thee. As thou wilt win my favor, good my knave, do one thing for me that I shall entreat.
When would you have it done, sir?
This afternoon.
Well, then I will do it. Fare thee well.
Thou knowest not what it is.
I will know it, sir, when I have done it.
My villain, you must know first.
I will come to your worship tomorrow morning.
It must be this afternoon.
Oh.
The princess comes to hike here in the park.
She does?
In her train, there is a gentle lady.
Oh, yeah?
When tongues speak sweetly, they name her name. What's her name? And Rosaline they call her. Ask for her, and to her white hand see thou do commend this sealed up counsel. There is thy guerdon. Go.
Gardon? Ooh, sweet Gardon. Better than a remuneration. 11 pence farthing better. Oh, sweet Gardon. I will do it, sir, in print. Gardon! Remuneration!
And I, forsooth, in love. Oh, my little heart. But I love, I sue, I seek a wife. A whitely wanton with velvet brow. Oh, I, by heaven, one that will do the deed, though Argus be her eunuch in her guard. And I to sigh for her, to watch for her, to pray for her. Go to it, it's like a plague that Cupid would impose for my neglect of his almighty, dreadful little might. Well, I write. Love, sigh, pray, sue, and groan. Some men must love my lady, and some Joan.
Was that the king?
I know not, but I think it was not he.
Well, ladies, we shall have our dispatch. On Saturday, we'll travel back home. Now, Katherine, my friend, where's the bush that we must stand and play the shutterbug in?
Hereby, upon the edge of yonder coppice.
Stand! Where you may make the fairest shoot.
I think, my beauty, I am fair that shoot, and thereupon thou speakest the fairest shoot.
No, madam, sorry, for I meant not so.
What? What? First praise me and then say no? Not fair? Such short-lived pride! Alack for woe!
Yes, madam, fair.
Nay. What fair is not, praise cannot mend the brow. Don't paint me now. Here, good my glass, take this for telling true. Fair payment for foul words is more than due.
Well, nothing but fair is that which you inherit.
See? See, my beauty will be saved by merit. Oh, heresy and fair, fit for these days. A giving hand, though foul, shall have fair praise. Thus will I save my credit in the shoot, not wounding. Pity would not let me do it. And out of question, so it is sometimes, glory grows guilty of detested crimes. When for fame's sake, for praise and outward parts, we bend in that the working of the heart. And I for praise alone seek not to spill the poor dear's blood, as my heart means no ill.
Do not cursed wives hold that self-sovereignty only for praise sake, when they strive to be lords o'er their lords?
Only for praise, and praise we may afford. for any lady that can subdue a lord.
Oh, here comes a member of the Commonwealth.
Pray you, which of you is the head lady?
Thou shalt know her fellow by the rest that have no head.
Which of you is the greatest lady? The highest.
The thickest and the tallest.
The thickest and the tallest. That is so. Truth is truth. And by your waist, mistress, were as slender as my wit. One of these maids' girdles for your waist should be fit. Are you not the chief woman? You are the thickest here.
What's your will, sir? What's your will?
I have a letter from Monsieur Biron to a lady Rosaline.
Oh, thy letter. He is a good friend of mine. Stand aside, bearer. This letter is mistook and importeth none here. It is writ to Jaquinetta.
Oh. By heaven that thou art fair is most infallible. True that thou art beauteous. Truth itself that thou art lovely. More fairer than fair. Beautiful than beauteous. Truer than truth itself. Have commiseration on thy heroical vassal.
What's that even mean?
The magnanimous and most illustrious King Cophetua set eye upon the pernicious and indubitant beggar Xenolophin, and he it was that might rightly say, Veni Vidi Vici, which to anathemize in the vulgar, base and obscure vulgar. The delicate, he came, saw, and overcame. He came one, saw two, overcame three. Katherine.
Who came? The king. Why did he come to see? Why did he see to overcome? To whom came he? To the beggar. What saw he? The beggar. Who overcame he? The beggar! The conclusion is victory. On whose side? The king's. The captive is enriched. On whose side? The beggar's. The catastrophe is a nuptial. On whose side? The king's. No, on both in one or one in both.
I am the king, for so stands the comparison. Thou, the beggar, for so witnesseth thy loneliness. Shall I command thy love? I may. Shall I enforce thy love? I could. Shall I entreat thy love? I will. What shalt thou exchange for rags, robes, for titles, titles? For thyself? Me. Thus expecting thy reply, I profane my lips on thy foot, my eyes on thy picture, and my heart on thy every part. Thine in the dearest design of industry, Don Adriano de Armado. What of plume feathers is he that indited this letter?
What bane, what weathercock? Did you ever hear better?
I am much deceived, but I remember the style.
Else your memory is bad, going o'er it erewhile.
This Armado is a Spaniard that keeps here in court a phantasm, a monarch, and one that makes sport to the prince and his bookmates.
Thou fellow, a word. Who gave thee this letter?
I told you, my lord.
To whom shouldest give it to?
From my lord to my lady.
From which lord to which lady?
From Lord Biron, a good man of mine, to a lady of France he called Rosaline.
Thou hast mistaken his letter. Come, ladies, away. Here, sweet, put up this. Will be thine another day.
Sir, Nathaniel. Sir. would you hear an extemporal epitaph on the death of the deer? And to humor the ignorant, call I the deer the princess killed a pricket.
Well, purge, good master Holofernes, purge. So it shall please you to abrogate scurrility.
I shall something affect the letter, for it argues facility. The prayful princess pierced and pricked a pretty pleasing pricket. Some say a sore, but not a sore till made sore by shooting. The dogs did yell, put L to sore, then sorrel jumped from thicket. Or pricket sore, or else sorrel, the people fall a-hooting. If sore be sore, then L to sore makes 50 sore, or 1 sorrel. And of 1 sore I an 100 make by adding 1 more L.
Oh! A rare talent, sir.
This is a gift that I have, simple, a foolish, extravagant spirit, full of form and function, shape, objects, ideas, apprehensions, motions, revolution. These are begot in the ventricle of memory, nourished in the womb of Pia Mater, and delivered upon the mellowing of occasion.
I praise the Lord for you, sir. Oh, and so may my parishioners, yes, for their sons are well tutored by you, their daughters profit very greatly under you. You are a good member of the Commonwealth.
God give you good morrow, Master Parson. Good Master Parson, be so good as read me this letter. It was given me by Costard and sent me from Don Armado. I beseech you read it.
I will hear a stanza, a verse, lege domine.
If love make me forsworn, how shall I swear to love? Never faith could hold if not to beauty vowed. Though to myself forsworn, to thee, O faithful prove. Those thoughts to me were oaks, to thee like osiers bowed. A study his bias leaves and makes his book thine eyes. Where all those pleasures live that art would comprehend. If knowledge be the mark, to know thee shall suffice. Well learned is that tongue that well can thee commend. All ignorant that soul that sees thee without wonder, which is to me some praise that I thy parts admire. Thy eye, Jove's lightning bears, thy voice, his dreadful thunder, which not to anger bent is music and sweet fire. Celestial, as thou art, I'll pardon love this wrong, which sings heaven's praise with such an earthly tongue.
Oh, you find not the apostrophe and so miss the accent. Let me supervise the canzonet. But Demoiselle Virgin, was this directed to you?
Aye, sir, from one Monsieur Biron, one of the strange queen's lords.
I shall overglance the superscript. To the snow white hand of the most beauteous Lady Rosaline, your ladyship's and all desired employment, Biron. Sir Nathaniel, this Biron is one of the votaries with the king, and here he hath framed a letter to a sequant of the stranger queen, which accidentally, or by matter of progression, hath miscarried. Trip and go, my sweet. Deliver this under the hand of the king, for it may concern much. Stay not thy compliment, I forgive thy duty. Adieu.
Good Costard. Go with it. Sir, God save your life.
Have with thee, my girl. Jackie, I'm sorry.
Sir, you have done this in the fear of God very, religiously, and as a certain father saith,
Tell me not of the father, if I do fear colorable colors, but to return to the verses, did they please you, Sir Nathaniel?
Oh, marvelous well for the pen.
I do dine today at the father's of a certain pupil of mine, where if, before repast, it should please you to gratify the table with the grace, I will, on my honor I have, with the parents of the aforesaid child or pupil, undertake your benvenuto, where I will prove these verses to be very unlearned, neither savoring of poetry, wit, nor invention. I beseech your society.
And thank you too. For society, saith the text, is the happiness of life.
And sir, it's the text most infallibly concludes it.
Whatever you say.
Well, set thee down, sorrow, for so they say the fool said, and so say I. I, the fool, well proved wit. By the Lord, this love is as mad as Ajax. It kills sheep. It kills me. I, a sheep. Well proved again on my side. I will not love. If I do, hang me. Faith, I will not. Oh, but her eye. By this light, if not for her eye, I would not love her. Yes, for her 2 eyes. Oh, by heaven, I do love. It hath taught me to rhyme and be melancholy. Here is part of my rhyme, and here my melancholy. Well, she hath one of my sonnets already. The clown bore it, the fool sent it, and the lady hath it. A sweet clown, sweeter fool, sweetest lady. By all the world, I would not care a pin if the other 3 were in. Here comes one with a paper. God give him grace to groan.
Ay me.
Shot by heaven. Oh, proceed, sweet Cupid. Thou hast thumped him with a bird bolt under the left pap.
So sweet a kiss the golden sun gives not to those fresh morning drops upon the rose, as thy eye beams, when their fresh rays have smote the night of dew that on my cheeks down flows. Nor shines the silver moon 1/2 so bright through the transparent bosom of the deep, as doth thy face through tears of mine give light. Thou shinest in every tear that I do weep. No drop but as a coach doth carry thee, thou so writest thou triumphing in my woe. Do but behold the tears that swell in me, and they thy glory through my grief will show. But do not love thyself, then thou shalt keep my tears for glasses and still make me weep. O Queen of Queens, how far dost thou excel? No thought can think, nor tongue of mortal tell. Oh, how should she know my grief? Stop dropping, sir. Sweet lady's shade, oh. Who is he comes here? What Longaville and reading? Listen here.
Didn't I like this one more fool appear?
Ay me, I am forsworn!
Oh, he comes in like a perjurer, wearing papers.
In love, I hope, sweet fellowship and shame.
One drunkard loves another of the name.
Am I the first that have been perjured so?
Oh, I could put thee in comfort, not by 2 that I know. How thou makest the triumvirate, the corner cap of society, the shape of love's Tiber that hangs up simplicity.
I fear these stubborn lines lack power to move. Oh, sweet Maria, empress of my love. A woman I forswore, but I will prove. Thou being a goddess, I forswore not thee. My vow was earthly, thou a heavenly love. Thy grace being gained cures all disgrace in me. Vows are but breath, and breath of vapor is. Then thou, fair sun, which on my earth dost shine, exhalest this vapor vow. For thee it is. If broken then, it is no fault of mine. If by me broke, what fool is not so wise to lose an oath to win a paradise? Oh my
God amend us, God amend. We are much out of the way.
By whom shall I send this? Company!
All in, an old infant play. Like a demigod here I sit in the sky. Wretched fool's secrets heedfully over I. More sacks to the mill, by heaven I have my wish. Dumain transform. 4 woodcocks in a dish.
Oh, most divine cake!
Oh, most profane coxcomb!
By heaven, the wonder in a mortal eye!
By earth, she is not, Corporal. There you lie.
Oh, that I had my wish!
And I had mine!
I mine too, good lord.
Amen, so I had mine.
I would forget her, but a fever she reigns in my blood and will remembered be.
What fever in the blood? Why, incision would let her out in saucers. Sweet misprision.
Once more I'll read the ode that I have writ.
Once more I'll mark how love can vary wit.
On a day, alack the day, love whose month is ever May, spied a blossom passing fair, playing in the wanton air, that the lover, sick to death, wish himself the heaven's breath, but alack my hand is sworn, ne'er to pluck thee from thy thorn. Do not call it sin in me, that I am forsworn for thee. Oh, would the king, Biron, and Longaville were lovers too! Ill, to example ill, would from my forehead wipe a perjured note, for not offend where all alike do dote.
Dumain! Thy love is far from charity. You may look pale, but I should blush, I know, to be o'erheard and take a napping so.
Oh, come on, sir, you blush. As is your case as such, you chided him, offending twice as much. I've been closely shrouded in this bush, and marked you both, and for you both did blush. I heard your guilty rhymes, observed your fashion, saw sighs reek from you, noted well your passion. You would for paradise break faith and troth. Oh, Jove, for your love would infringe an oath. What will Biron say when he shall hear faith so infringed with such zeal did swear? How will he scorn? How will he spend his wit? How will he triumph, leap, and laugh at it? For all the wealth that ever I did see, I would not have him know so much by me.
Ah, liege! Oh, I pray thee, pardon me. Good heart, what grace hast thou thus to reprove these worms for loving that art most in love? But are you not ashamed? Nay, are you not, all 3 of you, to be thus much o'ershot? Oh, what a scene of foolery I have seen, of sighs and of groans, and of sorrow and of tears. Oh, me, with what patience have I sat to see a king transformed to a gnat? Oh, where lies thy grief? Oh, tell me, good Dumain, and gentle Longaville, where lies thy pain?
Too bitter is thy jest. Are we betrayed thus to thy overview?
Oh, not you to me, but I betrayed by you. I that am honest, I that hold it in sin to break the vow I'm engaged in. For when would you see me write a thing in rhyme, or woo for love, or spend a minute's time?
Soft. Whither away so fast? A true man or a thief that gallops so?
I post from love, good lover, let me go.
God bless the king.
What present hast thou there?
Some certain treason!
What makes treason here?
I beseech your grace, let this letter be read. Our parson misdoubts it. 'Twas treason, he said.
Biron, read it over.
Oh,
Where hadst thou it?
Of Costard.
Where hadst thou it?
Of Dun Adramadio, Dun Adramadio.
Hey! How now? What is in you? Why dost thou tear it?
a toy, my liege, a toy. Your grace needs not fear it.
It did move him to passion, and therefore let's hear it.
It is Biron's writing, and here is his name.
You whoreson loggerhead, you were born to do me shame. Guilty, my lords, guilty. I confess, I confess.
What?
That you 3 fools lacked me, fool, to make up the mess. He, and you, my liege, and I are pick purses in love. And we deserve to die. Oh, well, you dismiss this audience, I shall tell you more.
Now the number is even.
True, we are 4. Will these turtles be gone?
And sirs, away.
Walk aside the true folk and let the traitors stay.
Sweet lords, sweet lovers, oh, let us embrace. We are as true as flesh and blood can be. The sea will ebb and flow, the heavens show his face. Young blood doth not obey an old decree. We cannot cross the cause why we were born, therefore, by all hands, must we be forsworn.
What, did these rent lines show some love of thine?
Did they, quoth you? Oh, heavenly Rosaline, what peremptory, eagle-sighted eye dare look upon the heaven of her brow that is not blinded by her majesty?
What zeal! What fury hath inspired thee now? My love, her mistress, is a gracious moon.
Oh.
She, an attending star, scarce seen a light.
Oh, my eyes are then no eyes, nor I Biron. But for my lady, the day would turn to night. Oh, lend me the flourish of all gentle tongues. At fly painted rhetoric, she needs it not. To things of sale, a seller's praise belongs. She passes praise, then praise too short doth blot.
My heavens, I love as black as ebony.
Is ebony like her? Oh, wood divine.
Oh, paradox! Black is the badge of hell, the hue of dungeons, and the suit of night, and beauty's crest becomes the heavens well.
Well, if in black my lady's brow be decked, it mourns that painted and usurping hair should ravish doters with a false aspect. Therefore is she born to make black fair.
To look like her, our chimney sweeper's black.
And since her time, her colliers counted bright.
Your mistresses dare not come in rain for fear their colors be washed away.
But what's of this? Are we not all in love?
Nothing so sure, and thereby all forsworn.
Then leave this chat. And good Biron, now prove our loving lawful and our faith not torn.
Aye, marry there! Some flattery for this evil.
Some authority, how to proceed. Some tricks, some quillets, how to cheat the devil.
'Tis more than need. Well, have at you then, affection's men at arms. Consider what you did first swear unto. To fast, to study, to see no woman. Flat treason against the kingly state of youth. Say, can you fast? Your stomach's too young, and abstinence engenders maladies. Oh, we took a vow to study, my lords, but in that vow we have forsworn our oaths. For when would you, my liege, or you, in leaden contemplation, have found out such fiery numbers as the prompting eyes of beauty's tutors have enriched you with? It is from women's eyes this doctrine I derive. They sparkle still, the right Promethean fire. They are the books, the arts, the academs that show, contain, and nourish all the world. Else none at all in aught proves excellent. Therefore, fools you were, these women to forswear. Or in keeping what was sworn, you will prove fools. Let us once lose our oaths to find ourselves. Or else we lose ourselves to keep our oaths. It is religion to be thus forsworn, for charity itself fulfills the law. And who can sever love from charity?
Yeah.
Saint Cupid then.
Ah!
And soldiers to the field.
Oh, advance your standards, lords, and upon them! Ah!
Now to plain dealing, lay these glozes by.
Huh.
Shall we resolve to woo these girls?
And win them too. Therefore, let us devise some entertainment for them in their tents.
First, from the park, let us conduct them thither. Then homeward, each man attach the hand of his fair mistress. In the afternoon, we will with some strange pastime solace them, such as the shortness of the time can shape, as revels, dances, masks, and merry hours for her unfair love, strewing her way with flowers.
Away, away, no time shall be omitted. That will be time and may by us be fitted.
Light witches may prove plagues to men forsworn. If so, our cover buys no better treasure.
Yeah! I love women!
Sir, I praise God for you. Your reasons at dinner have been sharp and sententious, pleasant without scurrility, witty without affection, audacious without impudency, learned without opinion, and strange, but without heresy. Oh, I did converse this quondam day with a companion of the king's who is intituled, nominated, or called Don Adriano de Armado.
Navi, hominem tunquim te! Oh, his humor is lofty, his discourse peremptory, his tongue filed, his eye ambitious, his gait majestical, and his general behavior vain, ridiculous, and thrasonical. He is too odd, too spruce, too peaked, too affected, as it were, too peregrinate, as I may call it.
A most singular and choice epithet.
He draweth out the thread of his verbosity finer than the staple of his argument. I abhor such fanatical phantasms, such insociable and point-devised companions, such wreckers of orthography as to pronounce doubt C-A-B when he should say doubt. Det when he should pronounce det, D-E-B-T, not D-E-T. He clepeth a calf, calf. Half. Neighbor, vocator, neighbor, nay, abbreviated nay. It is abominable, but he would call abominable. It insinuateth of me of insignere, nay, intelligus domine, to make frantic, lunatic.
Chira!
Quare chira, not sirrah.
Men of peace, well encountered.
Most military, sir, salutation.
They've been at a great feast of languages and stolen scraps. They have lived long on the alms basket of words. I marvel thy mentor has not eaten thee for a word. For thou art not as long by the head as honorific abilicatudinatatibus. They're easier to swallow than a flapdragon. Peace. Okay. Peel begins.
Archman, preambulate. We will be singled from the barbarous. Do you not educate the youth at the charge house on top of the mountain?
Or amongst the hill.
At your sweet pleasure for the mountain.
I do, sans question.
Sir, it is the king's most sweet pleasure and affection to congratulate the princess at her pavilion in the posteriors of this day, or as the rude multitude call it, the afternoon.
Well, the posterior of the day, most generous sir, is liable, measurable, and congruent for the afternoon. The word is well called. It shows sweet and apt, I assure you. I do assure you.
Sir, the king is a noble gentleman and my familiar. I do assure you, very good friend. Yea, I must tell thee, by the world, it will please his grace sometimes to lean upon my poor shoulder and with his royal finger thus dally with my excrement. With my mustachio. But, sweetheart, let that pass. By the world, I recount no fable. Some certain special honors it pleases his grace to impart to Armado. A soldier, a man of travel, and has seen the world. But let that pass. The very all of all is, but sweetheart, I do implore secrecy, that the king would have me present the princess, sweet Chuck, with some delightful ostentation, or show, or pageant, or antique, or firework. Now, understanding that the curate and your sweet self are good at such eruptions and sudden breaking out of mirth, as it were, I have acquainted you with all, to the end to crave your assistance.
Well, sir, you shall present to her the 9 worthies.
Oh, okay. Sir, where will you find the men worthy enough to present them?
Yourself, Joshua, myself, and this gallant fellow shall be Judas Maccabees, and this swain, because of his great limb or joint, shall pass Pompey the Great.
Shall I tell you a thing?
We attend.
We will have, if this fades not, an antic. I beseech you, follow.
Be a good goodman dull. Thou hast spoke not a word all this while.
Nor understood none neither, sir.
Allons, we shall employ thee.
I'll make one in a dance or so. Or I'll play on the tabor for the worthies and let them dance the hay.
Oh, dull, honest dull. To our sport, away!
Sweetheart, we shall be rich ere we depart. A lady walled about with diamonds. Look you what I have from the loving king.
Madam, came nothing else along with that?
Nothing but this, as much love and rhyme that we crammed up into one sheet of paper. Writ o both sides the leaf, margin and all.
Rosaline, you have a favor too. Who sent it and what is it?
I would that you knew. And if my face were but as fair as yours, my favor were as great.
Be witness this. Nay,
I have verses too, I think, Biron.
oh, he hath drawn my picture in his letter.
Anything like?
Much in the letter, nothing in the praise.
Beauteous as ink, a good conclusion. Katherine, what was sent to you from the fair Dumain?
Madam, this glove.
Did he not send you twain?
Yes, madam, and moreover some 1,000 verses of a faithful lover.
This and these pearls to me sent Longaville. The letter too long by half a mile. I think no less. Dost thou not wish in heart the letter were short and the chain longer? I with these hands might never part. We are wise girls to mock our lovers so.
They are worse fools to purchase mocking so. That same Biron, I'll torture ere I go. Oh, but I knew we were in by the week. How I would make him fawn and beg and seek and wait the season and observe the times and spend his prodigal wits in bootless rhymes and shape his service wholly to my hest, to make him proud, to make me proud that jests. So, per taunt-like, would I o'ersway his state, that he should be my fool, and I his fate.
Folly in fools bears not too strong a note, as foolery in the wise when with dot dough. Here comes Boyet, and mirth is in her face.
Oh, I am stabbed with laughter. Where's her grace?
Thy news, Boyet?
Prepare, madam, prepare. Arm, wenches, arm, and counters mounted are against your peace. Love doth approach disguised. Armed in arguments, you'll be surprised. Muster your wits, stand in your own defense, or hide your heads like cowards and fly hence.
What are they that charge their breaths against us? Say, scout, say.
The king and his companions presently.
What? What come they to visit us?
They do. Their purpose is to parley, to court and dance, and every one his love feet will advance unto his several mistress, which they'll know by favors several which they did bestow.
And will they so?
The gallants shall be tasked.
For ladies, we shall everyone be masked. And not a man shall have the grace, despite of suit, to see a lady's face. Hold, Rosaline, this thou shalt wear, and then the king will court thee for his dear. Hold, sweet, take this and give me thine, and Biron will take me for Rosaline. Change your favors too, so shall your loves woo contrary, deceived by these removes.
Come on then, where the favors most in sight.
But in this changing, what is your intent? The effect of my intent is to cross theirs. They do it, but in mocking merriment, and mock for mock is only my intent.
Shall we dance with them if they desire to it?
No! To the deck, we shall not move a foot.
Why, that contempt will kill the speaker's heart and quite divorce his memory from his part.
There's no such sport as sport by sport o'erthrown. To make theirs ours, and ours none but our own. So shall we stay, mocking intended game, and they well mocked depart away in shame.
Ladies, be masked. The maskers come.
All hail! The richest beauties on the earth!
What would these strangers know their minds, Boyet? If they do speak our language, it is our will that some plain man recount their purpose. Know what they would.
What would you with the princess?
Nothing but peace and gentle visitation.
What would they? Say they?
Nothing but peace and gentle visitation.
Why, that they have. Bid them so be gone.
She says, you have it, and you may be gone.
Say to her, we have measured many miles to tread a measure on this grass.
Oh, yeah.
They say that they have measured many a mile to tread a measure with you on this grass.
It is not so. Ask them how many inches is in 1 mile. For if they have measured many, the measure then of one is easily told.
Pop quiz. If to come hither you have measured miles, and many miles, the princess bids you tell how many inches doth fill up 1 mile.
Tell her we measure them by weary steps.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she hears herself.
How many weary steps of the many weary miles you have o'ergone is numbered then in the travel of one.
We number nothing that we spend for you. Our duty is so rich, so infinite, that we may do it still without a calm. Vouchsafe to show the sunshine of your face, that we, like savages, might worship it.
My face is but a moon, and clouded too.
Blessed are clouds to do as such clouds do.
Play music then. Nay, you must do it soon. Not yet. No dance. Thus change I like the moon.
Will you not dance? How come you thus estranged?
You took the moon at full, and now she's changed.
Yet still she is the moon and I the man. The music plays, vouchsafe some motion to it.
Our ears vouchsafe it.
But your legs should do it.
Since you are strangers and come here by chance, we'll not be nice. Take hands. We will not dance.
Why take we hands then?
Only to part friends. Curtsy, sweethearts. And so the measure ends.
More measure of this measure. Be not nice.
We can afford no more at such a price.
Prize you yourselves.
What buys your company?
Your absence only.
Oh. Well, that can never be.
Then cannot we be bought. And so adieu. Twice to your visor, half once to you.
If you deny to dance, let's hold more chat.
In private then.
I am best pleased with that.
Oh, yeah.
Light-handed mistress, one sweet word with thee.
Honey and milk and sugar. There are 3.
One word in secret then.
Let it not be sweet.
Thou grievest my gall.
Gall. Bitter.
Therefore, me. Yeah? Yeah.
Will you vouchsafe with me to change your well?
Name it.
Fair lady.
Say you so, fair lord. Take that for your fair lady.
Visit you as much in private and I read at you.
What? Was your vizard made without a tongue?
I know the reason, lady, why you ask.
Oh, for your reason. Quickly, sir, I long.
You have a double tongue within your mask and would afford my speechless vizard half.
One word with you in private, ere I die.
Bleat softly, then. The butcher hears you cry.
The tongues of mocking wenches are as keen as the razor's edge invisible, cutting a smaller hair that may be seen above the sense of sense. So sensible seemeth their conference. Their conceits have wings fleeter than arrows, bullets, wind, thoughts, swifter things.
Not one word more, my maids. Break off. Break off.
Farewell, mad wenches. You have simple wit.
Are these the breed of wits so wondered at? Tapers they are, with your sweet breaths, puffed out.
A well-liking wits they have. Gross. Gross! I mean, fat!
Oh, they were all in lamentable cases. The king was weeping right for a good word.
Biron swore himself out of all suits.
Oh.
And Dumain was mine. And his sword.
But Lord Longaville said I came o'er his farm.
But have you heard? The king is but my love sworn.
And Biron hath plighted his faith to me.
And Longaville is for my service, boy.
And Dumain was at my service. And sure as bark on tree.
Madam, and pretty mistresses, give ear. Immediately they will again be here in their own shapes, for it can never be they will digest this harsh indignity.
What will we do if they return in their own shapes to woo?
Madam, if by me you'll be advised, let's mock them still as well known as disguised. Let us complain to them of what fools were here, disguised in shapeless gear, and wonder what they were, and to what end their shallow shows and prologue vilely bend.
Oh, ladies, withdraw. The gallants are at hand.
Oh, nothing. Oh, nothing.
God save you, madam. Where's the princess?
Oh, gone to her tent. Please at your majesty command me any service to her thither.
Has she vouchsafed me audience for one word?
I will, and so will she, I know, my lord.
This lady pecks up wit as pigeon's peas and utters it again when God doth please.
She is wit's peddler and retails her wares at wakes and wassels, meetings, markets, fairs.
And consciences that will not die in debt, pay her the due of honey-tongued Boyet.
All hail, sweet madam, and fair time of day.
Fair in all hail is foul, as I conceive.
Construe my speeches better, if you may.
Then wish me better, for I will give you leave.
We came to visit you, and purpose now to lead you to our court. Vouchsafe it, then.
This field shall hold me, and hold your vow. Nor God nor I delights in perjured men.
Rebuke me not for which you provoke. The virtue of your eye must break my oath.
Your nickname Virtue, vice you should have spoke, for virtue's office never breaks men's troth. Now, by my maiden honor, yet as pure as the unsullied lily, I protest, I would not deal a world of torments and would not yield to be your house's guest. So, breaking of oath, of heavenly oaths vowed with integrity.
But you have lived in desolation here, unseen, unvisited, much to our shame.
It is not so, my lord, not so, I swear. We had pastimes here, and pleasant game. A mess of ruffians left us but a blaze.
What? How, Madam Ruffian? No!
Aye, in truth, my lord. Trim gallants
full of courtship and of state.
Good madam, speak true. It is not so, my lord. My lady, in the manner of the day, in courtesy gives undeserving praise. We four, indeed, confronted were with foreign ruffian clothing. Here they stayed but an hour and talked apace. But in that hour, my lord, they did not bless us with one happy word. I dare not call them fools, but this I think. If they were thirsty, fools do feign to drink.
We are described, they'll mock us now downright.
Let us confess and turn it to a jest.
Amazed, my lord. Why looks your highness so sad?
Here stand I, lady. Dart thy skill at me. Bruise me with scorn, confound me with flout. Thrust thy sharp wit quite through my ignorance. Cut me to pieces with thy keen conceit, and I shall wish thee never more to dance, nor never more in ruffian clothing wait. Oh, never will I trust to speech's pen, nor to the motion of a schoolboy's tongue, nor never come in vizard to a friend, nor woo in rhyme like a blind harper's song. I do forswear them, and here protest. By this white glove, how white the hand God knows. My wooing mine henceforth will be expressed in russet yeas, and honest cursey noes. To begin, wench, so God help me law, my love for thee is sound, sans crack or flaw.
Sans, I pray you.
I will leave it by degrees. Soft, let us see. Right, Lord, have mercy on us on those three. Oh, they are infected. In their hearts it lies. They have a plague, potted of your eye. Oh, these lords are visited. You are not free, for the Lord's tokens on you do I see.
No, they are free that gave these tokens to us.
Our states are forfeit. Oh, seek not to undo us.
It is not so, for how can it be true that you stand forfeit, being those that sue?
Teach us, sweet madam, for our rude transgressions some fair excuse.
Fairest is confession. Were you not here even now, but disguised?
Madam, I was.
And were you well advised?
I was, fair madam.
When you were here, what did you whisper in your lady's ear?
That more than all the world I did respect her.
You're right. When she shall challenge this, you will reject her.
Upon mine honor, no.
Peace. Forbear. Your oath once swore, you forced to forswear.
Despise me when I break this oath of mine.
I will, and therefore keep it. Rosaline. What did the ruffian whisper in your ear?
Madam, he swore he did hold me as dear as precious eyesight, and did value me above the world, adding thereto, moreover, that he would wed me, or else die my lover.
God, give me joy of him. The most noble lord doth honorably uphold his word.
What mean you, madam? By my life, my troth, I never swore this lady such an oath.
By heaven you did, and to confirm it plain, he gave me this. Take it, sir, again.
My faith in this the princess I did give. I knew her by this jewel on her sleeve.
Pardon, sir. This jewel did she wear, and Lord Biron? I think him is my dear. What? Will you have me or your pearl again?
Neither of either. I remit both twain. I see the trick on't. Here was a consent. Knowing aforehand of our merriment, the ladies did change favor, and then we, following the signs, wooed but the sign of she. Oh, much to our perjure and had more to terror, were again forsworn in will and error.
Busted!
Well, much upon this it is. Might not you forestall our sport to make us thus untrue?
Full merrily hath this brave managed this career been run.
Oh, lo, she's tilting straight. Peace I have done. Welcome, pure wit, thou partest a fair fray.
Yes, sir, they would know whether the three worthies should come out or no.
What, are there but three?
No, but that is verifying, for each one presents 3.
3 times thrice is 9. Art thou one of the worthies?
It pleased them to think me worthy of Pompeion the Great. For mine own part, I know little the degree of the worthy, but I should stand for him.
Go! Bid them prepare.
We will turn it finally off, sir, and take some care.
Biron, let them not approach. They will shame us.
Oh, we are shame-proof, my lord, and 'tis some policy to have one show worse than the king's and his company.
I say they shall not come.
Nay, let me o'errule you now. That sport best pleases doth least know how. Your form makes confounded, makes most form in mirth. That best pleases, laboring perish in their birth.
A right description of our sport, my lord.
Oh my God.
I, Pompey am!
You lie, you are not he.
I, Pompey am!
Oh, with leopard's head on knee.
I, Pompey am! Pompey, surnamed the Big.
The Great!
It is great, sir. I, Pompey am, Pompey, surnamed the Great, where often field with targe and shield should make my foe to sweat. And if your ladyship would say, thank you, Pompey, I had done.
Great, thanks, great Pompey.
I know not what it's worth. I thought I would be perfect. I made little fault in the great.
Oh my, had to a halfpenny. Pompey proves the best worthy.
Yeah! Pompey! 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 Woo!
Ahem. When in the world I lived, I was the world's commander. By east, west, north, and south, I spread my conquering might. My scutcheon plain declares that I am Alexander.
Your nose says no, you are not, for it stands to right.
Your nose smells no in this most tender-smelling night.
The conqueror is dismayed. Proceed, good Alexander.
Come on.
When in the world I lived, I was the world's commander.
Most true, 'tis right. You were so, Alexander.
Pompey the Great!
Pompey!
Your servant and co-starred.
Take away the conqueror, away with Alexander.
Oh, you have overthrown Alexander the Conqueror. You will be scraped from the painted cloth for this. What, a conqueror and a fear to speak? Run away for shame, Alexander.
Boo! Pompey! 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 Pompey!
There. And it shall please you, a foolish mild man, an honest man, look you and soon dashed. A marvelous good neighbor, faith, and a very good bowler.
Okay.
But as it should please you, a little overparted, but there are many worthies a coming that will speak their mind in some other sort. Woo!
Great Hercules is presented by this imp, whose club killed Cerberus, that three-headed Canis, and when he was but a babe, a boy, a shrimp, did he strangle serpents with his manus. Quoniam he seemeth in minority, ergo I come with this apology. Keep some state in thy exit and vanish. Judas I am.
Judas!
Not Iscariot, good sir. Judas I am, eclipsed Maccabees.
Judas Maccabees clipped.
is plain Judas, the kissing traitor. How art thou proved, Judas?
Judas I am!
More shame for you, Judas!
I will not be put out of countenance!
Because thou hast no face!
A cittern head.
The head of a botkin. Death's face in a ring.
The face of an old Roman coin. Scarce see!
The hovel of Caesar's falchion.
The carved bone face on a blast!
St. George's half-cheek on a brooch. Aye, in a brooch of lead. Aye, and worn in the cap of a tooth drawer. Now forward, for we have put thee in countenance.
Well, you have put me out of my countenance!
False! We have given thee face.
And yet you have outfaced them all!
And now were a lion, we would do so.
Therefore, as he is an ass, let him go. And so, stay. Why dost thou stay?
For the latter end of his name. For the ass to the Jude. Given him Judas.
Away! Not generous, not gentle, not humble!
A light from Monsieur Judas. It grows dark. He may stumble.
Bobby! 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 Bobby!
Poor Maccabeus, how hath he been baited?
God save you, madam!
Welcome, Mercade, but thou interruptest our merriment.
I'm sorry, madam, for the news I have is heavy in my tongue. It's your father.
Dead. For my life.
Even so, my tale is told.
How fares your majesty?
Boyet, prepare. I will away tonight.
Madam, no, I do beseech you, stay.
Prepare, I say. I thank you, gracious lords, for all your fair endeavors, and entreat out of a new sad soul that you vouchsafe in your rich wisdoms, and excuse or hide the liberal oppositions of our spirits. If overboldly we have made the converse of breath, your gentleness was guilty of it. Farewell, worthy lord. A heavy heart bears not a nimble tongue, coming too short of thanks for my great suit so easily obtained.
The extreme parts of time extremely forms all causes to the purpose of his speed, and often at his very loose decides that which long process cannot arbitrate, and though the morning brow of progeny forbid the smiling courtesy of love, the holy suit which fain it would convince. Yet since love's argument was first on foot, let not the cloud of sorrow just lit from what it purposed. Since to wail friends lost is not by much so wholesome profitable as to rejoice in friends but newly found.
I understand you not. My griefs are doubled.
Honest, plain words best pierce the ear of grief, and by these badges understand the king. For your fair sakes have we neglected time, and played foul play with our oaths. For your beauty, ladies, hath much deformed us, fashioning our humors even to the opposed end of our intents. And what in us hath seemed ridiculous, for love is full of unbefitting strains, wanton as a child, skipping and vain, formed by the eye, therefore, like the eye, full of strange shapes, of habits, and of forms, varying in subject as the eye doth roll to every varied subject in its glance, which parti-coated presence of loose love, put on by us, if in your heavenly eyes, hath misbecomed our oaths and gravities. Those heavenly eyes that look into those faults suggested us to make. Therefore, ladies, our love being yours, the error that love makes is likewise yours. We prove ourselves false by being first false, forever to be true to those that make us both. Fair ladies, you, that falsehood in itself a sin, thus purifies itself and turns to grace.
We've received your letters full of love, your favors. The the ambassadors of love, and in our maiden council rated them of courtship, pleasant jest, and courtesy, as bombast and as lining to the times. The more devout than this have we not been in our respects. Therefore met your loves in their own fashion like merriment.
Our letters, madam, showed much more than jest.
So did our looks.
We did not quote them so.
Now, at the latest minute of the hour, grant us your loves.
The time methinks too short to make a world without end bargaining. No, no, my lord, your grace is perjured, much, full of dear guiltiness. And therefore this, if, for my love, as there is no such cause, you will do aught, this you shall do for me. For your oath I will not trust, but to go to some forlorn and naked hermitage, remote from all the pleasures of the world. There stay until the 12 celestial signs have brought about the annual record. If this austere and sociable life change not your offer made in the heat of blood, if frost and fast, hard lodging and thin weeds nip not the gaudy blossoms of your love, but that it bears this trial and lasts long, then at the expiration of the year, come challenge me. Challenge me by these deserts, now by this virgin palm kissing thine. I will be thine. Till that instant, shut my woeful self up in a mourning house, writing the tears of lamentation for the remembrance of my father's death. If this thou do deny, let our hands part, neither entitled to the other's heart.
If this or more than this I would deny, to flatter up these powers of mine with rest. The sudden hand of death close up mine eye. Hence ever then my heart is in thy breast.
But what to me, my love? But what to me? A wife.
A beard, fair health, and honesty. With threefold love, I wish you all these three.
Oh, shall I say I thank you, gentle wife?
Not so, my lord. A 12-month and a day. I'll mark no words that smooth-faced wooers say. Come when the king doth to my lady come, then, if I have much love, I'll give you some.
I will serve thee true and faithfully till then.
Yet swear not, lest ye be forsworn again.
What says Maria?
At the 12th month's end, I'll change my black gown for a faithful friend.
I'll stay with patience. The time is long.
Like her youth, you taller are so young.
Studies, my lady? Oh, mistress, look on me. Behold the window of my heart, mine eye. What humble suit attends thy answer there? Impose some service on me for thy love.
Oft have I heard of you, my lord Biron, before I saw you, and the world's large tongue proclaimed you a man replete with mocks and full of comparisons and wounding flouts, which you, on all estates, would execute that lie within the mercy of your wit. To weed this wormwood from your fruitful brain, and therewithal to win me, if you please, without the which I am not to be one. You shall this 12-month term, day by day, visit the speechless sick, and still converse with groaning wretches, and your task shall be, with all the fierce endeavor of your wit, to enforce the pained impotent to smile.
To move wild laughter in the throat of death, it cannot be, it is impossible. Mirth cannot move a soul in agony.
Why, this is the way to choke a jibing spirit, whose influence is begot of that loose grace which shallow laughing hearers give to fools. The prosperity of a jest lies in the ear of him that hears it, never in the tongue of him that makes it. Then, if sickly ears, deafed by the clamor of their own dear groans,
will hear your idle scorns, I will have you, and that fault withal. But if they will not, throw away that spirit, and I shall find you empty of that fault, right joyful of your reformation.
A 12-month. Well, befall what will befall. I will jest a 12-month in a hospital.
Aye, in sweet, my lord. So I take my leave.
No, madam, we'll bring you on your way.
Our wooing doth not end like an old play. Jack hath not Jill. These ladies' courtesy may have well made our sport a comedy.
Come, sir, at once a 12-month and a day, and then 'twill end.
It's too long for a play. Can we not end this now?